After more than 6 seasons of Simba Sports Club playing in the quarterfinals this 2024-2025 season, they have finally managed to qualify for the final of the CAF Confederation Cup, a journey that many people had almost given up on after Simba conceded 2-0 in the match against Al Masry. That was the quarterfinal match. Simba managed to qualify for the semifinals after overturning a 2-goal deficit and eliminating Al Masry through a penalty shootout. After that, they succeeded in knocking out Stellenbosch in the semifinals with a 1-0 goal victory, which they achieved in Zanzibar, with the only goal coming from Changshalia. Then a goalless draw in South Africa sent Simba to the finale stage that no fan ever thought was possible, especially considering the team had unfortunately lost by a score of 2-0 in the first leg of the Confederation Cup, a significant setback for them.
Hey, how's it going, guys? The excitement is huge. We finally reached the final. It's something that Simba fans had been eagerly waiting for, yes. This is not the end. Yes, by the grace of Almighty God, inshallah, we are going to win this trophy as a sign.
Let them be.
Simba Sports Club journey to the final stage of the CAF Confederation Cup takes them all the way to Morocco at the Berkane Municipal Stadium, home of RS Berkane, for the final match. This is the initial first leg. Where the first game will be played and the second final will be held in Tanzania and will determine the champion of the African Confederation Cup for the 2024-2025 season. In the first game, coach Faulu Davies' team started with the players. The edge of the camera is close. Fabrice dances. Charles is killed. Shomari Kapombe saw the impact. Abdurazak, Hamza, Mohammed Hussein, Yusuf, Kagoma, Ele, and Panzo. Kibu Dennis was the one who opened the scoring for that squad. In the very first round match, that is to say the initial game, Simba unfortunately lost by 2-0, which were scored in the early minutes of the match. The crucial goals were scored by the players Mamadou Kamara in the 8th minute as well as Usama Lamlawi in the 14th minute.
Later, the initial reports created some confusion as there was uncertainty about whether it was true or not. Because if you look, even up to the time when CAF came to make the final decision, there were many rumors, some saying the match would be played at Macapa, others saying it would be at Amani, back and forth between Macapa and Amani. CAF themselves delayed in releasing the official statement. And if you check their website, they had not specified which stadium would be used for the final match. Even up to 5 days before the final, Simba, who had just returned from Morocco where they played the first leg, had already said they would issue a statement later. They did not explicitly say one way or another that the match had already been moved to Amani Stadium. So fans still hoped their club's management might do something to ensure the match would be played at Macapa Stadium, a stadium with which they have a lot of history and where they have achieved many great things. They believe that even this second leg of the final, if played at Macapa, there was a strong possibility of overturning the 2-goal deficit that RS Berkane had secured at home. Later, an official announcement came out stating that the second leg match between Simba and RS Berkane had been moved to Zanzibar due to Mkapa Stadium not meeting certain requirements, including the issue of lighting, which had been widely discussed. Despite Benjamin Mkapa Stadium not being in good condition, and considering that this is the rainy season, the stadium that will be used for the final match will be the Amaan Stadium.
The public statement said that the management of Simba Sports Club would like to inform you that despite all the efforts made by the government, TFF and the club in their efforts to ensure that our CAF Confederation Cup final match against RS Berkane on May 25, 2025 is held at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium have not succeeded. As a result, the match will take place at Amaan Stadium in Zanzibar, as directed by the Confederation of African Football, CAF. We ask our fans and supporters to remain calm. Additionally, we will provide an official update regarding this match and the fate of our fans attending this important game through a special press conference tomorrow, May 20, 2025 at exactly 5:00 a.m. Let's be clear. Where Simba Sports Club went wrong was in agreeing for the semi-final match against Stellenbosch to be played on Zanzibar soil. That is where the initial criticism began. Simba Sports Club is number one at the stadium.
The stadium has been upgraded to a higher standard even if you just sit and look at the pitch. No matter how heavy the rain is, the pitch drains itself. We will remember that, if you recall, people used to have to sweep water off the field, something that, considering the status of our country and how our teams aspire to perform abroad, was not appropriate. The changes to the stadium have addressed this. On the other hand, I can say there was pressure from younger Africans, I think. No, not at all, because I don't think Engineer Hersey would use his position to oppress a team from his own country, especially considering he is the chairman of football clubs in Africa. So even though he's from Tanzania and there's the usual Simba and Yanga rivalry, I don't think he would be happy to oppress Simba, while Morocco, for example, has teams that, on the other hand, might not play in Tanzania. So this is the situation. Many people believe that his position might be used to settle scores or to advise in one way or another for the match to be moved to Zanzibar. But on the other hand, let's return to reality. The reasons given by CAF, I think, were very open regarding the whole issue of job. If they had insisted on playing at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium, perhaps we would be talking about the final being played right there. But when they allowed the match to be played at Amaan Complex, maybe they were building a bridge for CAF or the Football Federation. Africans believe that the match can gain great prestige if it is taken to Zanzibar, considering the improvements made to the stadium. Let's return to another context where Simba club fans viewed this from the perspective of the opportunity they had, but in another context. Many people went further and said that perhaps the vice president of the African Football Federation, California F, pushed for this because he's the owner of RX Club, and obviously that could be the case. Totally 100% that the vice president is the one who might have pushed for RS Berkane Club to play at the New Amani Complex Stadium, because first, I know Simba Club, and second, there is no one at CAF who would want to talk about Benjamin Mkapa Stadium without coming back with answers that as soon as you get to the office, you would sigh and say, Benjamin Mkapa, this place is not suitable at all.
When you go to church tomorrow, pray for us and the religious leaders. When the Seventh-day Adventists hold their service the day after tomorrow, on Saturday, let them pray for us so that Nyama becomes the champion. Representing Simba Sports Club, spokesperson Ahmed Yel arrived in Zanzibar to boost morale.
hosts Casablanca, one of the proud winners of the prestigious CAF Confederation Cup.
Just say their part, Sheikh. Green Soundtown CAF Confederation Cup, the winning sport.
Cape Federation, Cape General.
At the new Amani Complex grounds. One day before the match, as is the custom, both clubs were required to hold a press conference with journalists to explain their preparations ahead of their final match. The head coach of RS Berkane Moenchaba expressed their intention to win the championship just like their opponents. Mamake Kamara, who represented the players, stated that they have prepared well ahead of their final match. We have prepared well to ensure that we win and achieve good results to take the trophy. And for us, that is possible because this season we have won all our home matches. On behalf of the players, since we arrived here in Zanzibar, the preparations have been good and we are highly motivated. As we approach the day of the final match, we are going to do what we have been doing at Benjamin Mkapa and bring it here to Amani, Zanzibar.
That was the representative of the players from Simba Sports Club, Shomari Kapombe. And by the grace of God, we are going to win the African Championship. There is nothing that can stop us, nothing that can defeat us. There is nothing that will prevent the Lion from achieving its goal of winning the championship. The preparations we have made, my fellow journalists, are truly extraordinary. They are preparations to the death. These are preparations of the highest possible level that a human being can make. They are very extensive preparations. These are preparations where we have ensured that we have not made even a single mistake. The only thing that could deny us the championship tomorrow is the will of God. But as for the human efforts we have put in, we have done everything. My brothers, it is very dangerous. There is absolutely no way that Simba can make us lose this title. But Coach Fowler Davis has done a tremendous technical job to ensure that he prepares and readies his players to go and fight a great battle, to go and fight a tough war. Despite the hope we have of winning this championship and the confidence and courage we have to go and claim this title, we cannot let up. Yes, they say that we are going to play a truly tough match. The type of opponent we are about to face is a formidable one here. Well prepared, financially strong, experienced, influential and equipped team that has everything. So it will indeed be a very tough match. However, through our technical department, which is led by our coach Falu. We have made extensive preparations to ensure that we are taking the African Championship this season.
Outside the Amani Complex Stadium, eager fans from various places gathered to witness the highly anticipated Confederation Cup final match.
And when you lift this trophy, it covers all the trash, all the sidelines, all the thieves. Because those wearing different jerseys today are all phone thieves. They've come to sneak in on us. Anyone wearing a different jersey, we have the animal thief today. We're catching you, we're giving you a beating, we're leaving you bleeding red, meaning we're emphasizing that red, that's our victory, yes. Today when we see a spot, we leave you with red flowing all over your body. Yes, meaning it breaks every barrier. The group is your victory. You get used to it here. There are young men from the year 95,000 to 2010. They are here watching the match, waiting for the match, watching to lift the trophy. So with that, I know Stephen is a threat there. Today he's given the first chance. This phone is a threat. Joshua Budometale, the shortest person in Simba, is given a chance.
He is a wonder in his own right, but not everyone you've mentioned is like that, teacher. They don't believe. But you want them, I want them, because Joshua Mattel, in the 3 league matches he was given, did wonders. What about the Confederation Cup in the international match? That's just water under the bridge in Morocco, okay? Joshua Mattel came in at the 82nd minute, reached the 18-yard box twice. I even told my own wife to go and lock herself in the bedroom and stay calm.
What is he supposed to do? Wearing the Nyoka jersey, boots on. He should just stay home, keep cooking rice. Just stay at home. Ready to tease him? Not to tease him. That one will move out. I'm telling you straight up. My wife wears the Nyoka jersey. Yes. But today, if the Beast wins, she'll be looking for somewhere to go. I mean, she'll be searching. Otherwise, she should go back to her home in Kigoma because of the shots from Professor.
Ooh, that professor, man, he take dangerous shots. Bonzo, Elia, and Ponzo, Professor, man, this guy, he scored several times here. Where is he now, man? He knows final. That guy, back there, there's a guy who's been in the finals twice. This is his 3rd time. He's at the back, but when he lets loose, he scores. Right now, that Professor and Ponzo, when he lets come, that move Josh Amtale does, curling around people's legs. These guys are finished. The situation is dire. Do you remember at Papa he scored a goal? He was the short guy, Jose Mexon, yeah? Whoever thinks their number is there, Joshua Mateo, short like him, will finish them off there. And I'm telling you,
yeah, it's like a Macapa. Macapa is like peace. I mean, they've run from the bedroom and come to the living room. If I run, man, from the bedroom and come to the living room in the same house,
the jerseys and t-shirts at a throwaway price.
Yes.
There's no place here for you. 11 Hot Messi, the renowned football star.
President Berkane was the first to inspect the pitch, followed by the host Simba Sports Club. The small number of RS Berkane fans from Morocco, or the prevention of cheers and celebrations from being heard.
called money. Is this the bad or the good? Today I want economic justice. Don't sell hotels pride.
Simba and Yanga are traditional rivals. People should not take it to the level of creating opposition. Simba and Yanga are not opponents like Boca Juniors against Atletico Mineiro in Brazil or in other countries. For us, we are traditional rivals, meaning we Simba and we Yanga are traditional rivals, and people should not interpret it in the context of opposition. That issue is not proper conduct, and I recorded and posted it on my social media platforms, expecting that issue, and not just me, but many media outlets as well. I have seen them condemning that match. Many in the sports community have spoken out against it. Because if you remember, back when the young Africans reached the CAF Confederation Cup final, their first match played at Benjamin William Mkapa Stadium and ended 2-1. Simba Sports Club fans. He was there and went to support the young Africans. Even though some fans sat on the Simba side, but there were some fans who joined the younger supporters and nothing happened to them. When a Simba club fan goes to younger matches, younger fans keep it a secret and even invite that Simba fan to attend the younger match. But when a younger fan goes to Simba matches, Simba fans don't want that player or that fan from the other club who came that day. I think what happened in Zanzibar was a backward incident where some fans were suspected because of their jerseys, but they were chased out of the stadium. Just ask yourself, what if they had come wearing younger jerseys? They might want to cheer or wish Simba well. What's wrong with that? So we should consider the context of football. Maybe someone wears a younger jersey but wishes their traditional rivals well. We've seen several times when different clubs come to Benjamin Mkapa Stadium, some get defeated, and Simba Sports Club fans celebrate with younger fans, even in younger jerseys. Only a few might not do that, but most can. Someone can wear a Simba jersey and still be a younger fan. Football is not about enmity, at least from my perspective. Football is about understanding and being able to get along. Those playful tones of you can't beat me, you can't beat me, those are what bring joy to the game. So if we start turning it into hostility, chasing each other away just because I'm in the finals and questioning why you're here, or suspecting that maybe you have ulterior motives or want to bewitch me, those are not things that should be associated with football. Such matters have no place in the sport. It's just like if you spoil your football story,
Joshua Mutali Budo in the 17th minute managed to fire up the Simba Sports Club fans the beast at Amani Stadium. Cheers were expected to increase following that goal.
Musafin Kamara was supposed to respect Fabrice Mwamba Ngoma, the international midfielder from the DR Congo Leopards. But why should you respect him? Because he has won 2 medals, yes, with 2 different clubs, not just Vita Club, but also Raja Casablanca over there in Morocco. Out of these medals, he has won 1, yes. I don't quite remember if he ever won it, but he does have a medal from this cup, something that Musa Findi Kamara used to do for a long time. On the other hand, an experienced player might criticize you for that in one way or another. Let's go back to 2016 during the finals of the European Championship. Cristiano Ronaldo, or as many people call him, CR7, was there. His team, Portugal, was playing against France in the final in that Euro tournament. It was still very early in the match. Dimitri Payet went and hit Cristiano Ronaldo on the knee. Ronaldo tried to keep playing, but unfortunately couldn't continue. You can see how that player was exposed, but he had a lot of experience in major tournaments. He had played in finals of various competitions, especially the UEFA Champions League. But if you look at how he understands the value of time, he knows the importance of big tournaments. Let me just remind you about the context that happened there in Zanzibar. Fabio Sulumongoma was extremely angry, firstly because there were moments when RS Berkane had pushed many players forward into Simba's area, and he was supposed to initiate that break or counter-attack, which would have been a surprise blow against the opponent. Musa bin Kama, on the other hand, was giving the opponents enough time to get back into their positions and reorganize after the altercation between Fabricio Ambango and Pimpin Kamara. That fight completely shattered my confidence.
Simba is carrying that trophy, honestly. I lost faith immediately because you're fighting when things have already been set up in the dressing room.
The changing rooms are there for issues like that. Let's go argue in the changing rooms. That's why you might see why Zimbabwe became captain. From what I heard, the thing that caused that fight was that Ngoma was trying to tell Kamara that he was wasting time, that we're behind, just send the balls forward so the team can play and we can see how we'll recover from those 2 goals. But it's like Kamara didn't want to accept what Ngoma was telling him, and that's it. Now, if you look at the pressure of the game, the pressure that we need to come back from 2 goals down, the pressure that this is the last match, that we could either win it or lose it, if you add up all those factors, maybe with all the noise and the way Kamara was receiving it, maybe it got to him the wrong way and he started to react, going at Ngoma, and that's where the fight broke out. But I think considering the maturity and quality of the players, and also remembering that they are international players, they are called professional players, I never expected to see something like this. We should have imposed a fine, agreed that even if we can't all do the same thing, let's just let this pass first, then we can come back and discuss what we were disagreeing about later. But that wasn't the case. There was a fight that, to a large extent, I can say, contributed to Simba not winning the championship.
The goal difference is Simba 1, RS Ekane 2, while the officials and organizers of the trophy presentation ceremony continued with preparations. since this is the match where the champion must be determined. In the 70th minute, Simba scores a goal by the talented Stephen Makwala, but referee Dahena Beida has significant doubts and without checking VAR, controversially disallows the goal. So the scoreboard regrettably remains 1-0. In the crucial 93rd minute, Sumaila Sidibe drives in the final decisive nail, effectively crushing the fervent hopes of the Simba players for winning the CAF Confederation Cup, and the score officially becomes Simba 1, RS Berkane 3. In just a few moments, joy turned into sorrow. Simba Club's hopes of winning the trophy and fulfilling the late John Pombe Magufuli's promise for the 2024-2025 season have not been realized. Simba has failed to achieve it. The full-time whistle has just blown in the exciting match between Simba Sports Club and RS Berkane, concluding with a 1-1 draw. However, the aggregate score across both legs of this crucial competition stands at 3-1, with RS Berkane ultimately emerging as the deserving champions. In the locker room, no one was truly happy. With that unwavering determination and the significant stage that Simba has now reached, Coach FDLR Davis, as a respected leader, genuinely congratulated his dedicated players for the great work they had accomplished.
March, truly learning the match, was deeply loved by the intense fight for this incredibly strong perversity, a plain and undeniable adversity of coming, yes indeed. Msubili has the vitality of Toulouse, a directional beacon, everything pricks connects the falcon. August with through four, then adversity of the record with strong we never back down when in Western Cape fighting right to the end. So you see the players have grown. Do you really think that you will be able to come and join us?
I am very hurt. So sorry, dude. The Simba executive is full. But usually our people, all Tanzanians, we all want the championship, right? To lift the trophy. But unfortunately, the young men are happy and dark. So I think for the honor of Tanzania, a lot of people are not happy, so the form is like that. Like this, Tanzania!
These Simba players are slowly emerging from the dressing rooms looking utterly and completely sad. Their faces betray no hint of happiness at all. That's Sambi, the key player right there. Because you're a player, it clearly shows he's disappointed by these results. Traumatic Kapumbe and Denise are coming.
So we are grateful for what we have shown. Many in that match were dissatisfied with the referee's decisions, feeling there was no justice. Do you truly think the referee was not entirely fair to your side, in your opinion?
What precisely happened, everyone clearly saw it. As a dedicated player, I took it upon myself to continuously keep pushing because my team truly needed positive results. So what exactly happened, everyone saw what was done, but at the end of the day, I think we ourselves should have been able to score, but unfortunately we couldn't. So I can definitively say that we missed crucial opportunities, and the results ultimately turned out the way they did. We ended up losing the entire match.